been kind of a chippy week.
It really has.
You got Intel chips, you got leaks about Xbox chips, you got Sony talking about their chips.
Sony video, you watched this, I assume.
Yes, I did.
It's one of the weirdest things I've ever seen.
It is.
When I first became aware of it, I thought, okay, this is smart. Whatever they're about to say, this is smart. Xbox is reeling right now.
Yep.
They can show some kind of command. You know, we've got a strategy. We're still making consoles, and like these other jerks, whatever. And it was just like babbling about GPU stuff that nobody understands. And
it was a very technical, but non-technical discussion.
Yeah. If I hear the freaking term and we're just getting started one more time, I'm going to lose my mind. And that guy from AMD said that at least twice in that video. Stop. This is like Sinofsky used to say this, remember? Like, this goes back to Longhorn. That was one of the little taglines, the little demo reel thing they did. Like, guys, you're not just getting started.
No, you've been working on this
You've been doing this for years.
Literal
You're
decades.
You're going to be doing
it.
I just hate it.
You didn't just make this up last week.
Yeah. What positive message do you think that's sending? You're just getting started. Then why are you telling us about it? You don't, but you might change it completely. If you were just getting started.
Graphics. That alone lets us know you didn't just get started.
That makes me crazy. I hate stuff like that. Anyway, I have no idea what they were talking about. I have no idea if this is an advance over what we have today. I don't know. I think we're hitting the diminishing returns thing on consoles. I mean, once you go from 1080p to supposedly 4K, sometimes 4K, and I guess just to 4K, I suppose. And 4K, I mean, literally, it has to be 30 to 60 frames a second, ideally 60. Like, what's after that? We're not going to 8K. Like, we're not. What is this? We got ray tracing. We've got, AI-based super resolution type things.
And that was part of their conversation. Related to what they talked about, is that actually implementing ray tracing on the consoles has been rather difficult, and so this time they're actually going to.
Oh, they're serious, yeah.
Yeah,
because they talked it up last time. I'm pretty sure I could go look it up. I don't know.
The crazy thing. Well, there's a lot of crazy. I mean, they did it. I think they did it. They said, look, we can come up and talk about the most vague things possible, and then plant the seed of next gen. While all this chaos and turmoil or whatever's happening in the world.
Yeah.
And that's what they did. They gave the least amount of information, but they got a maximum amount of impact, which is actually a really good strategy, because you can go back to this in 5 years and be like, they talked about nothing because nothing makes sense. And
or they previewed something that was like, okay, we get it. Like,
yeah.
They did say within a couple of years, I don't remember the exact phrase, but like, we'll have a new console. I'm like, okay,
Yep, it's the official beginning of their hype cycle for their next gen console started this week.
If you were, like for the guys who missed the world the way it was in the Xbox ecosystem or whatever, like Sony is like what the world looks like if nothing changed. You know what I mean? Like this is their thing. I mean, I'll never understand why they got rid of their handheld gaming thing. The stupid thing they have for the screen that's just streaming from your console is ridiculous, but they should have a handheld gaming something, right? And they have enough generations of this stuff too. They could do the same thing I always envisioned for Xbox, which was bring the previous gen games to the current gen handheld, and that would be amazing, in any given generation. Like, that should be the rough goal. Like, as we move forward generationally, the handheld becomes, is on the previous gen roughly spec wise or whatever. Capabilities, whatever you want to say, but anyway, none of these are perfect, obviously, but
well, Intel's said they're building their stuff, so on 18A finally. And
that thing is, I have this. I've been bitten too many times by Intel.
But that's the thing. It's like I'm reading all these headlines like, "These chips are great." It's like, yeah, you can go read every PR announcement for the past 5 years, and it's always turned out the same way. Of like,
yeah. I'm not going to remember this off the top of my head, but I started noticing irregularities in, I want to say, the 12th or certainly 13th, maybe 11th gen in the core chips before, we got to the current architecture, whatever. And then Meteor Lake went through a rough patch for a long time, and Lunar Lake has been a roller coaster of stupidity. And of course it's a one-off. They're not really ever doing this again. But I went into the problem with the Intel stuff for me was there was so much information. There were like multiple tech meme entries with like multiple sources, and I'm like, what is this? So it's still a little fuzzy for me because it's also unclear. We don't actually have chip models or anything per se. We know there's at least 3. We know these are mobile only. The highest end one is get a better GPU, but this we're making it in America thing is like we're assembling it in America. Depending on which chip you're looking at, over half of it is being made at TSMC. I mean, the different parts of it. It's it's a componentized design, and there is, real innovation in there from a hardware sense, but meaning they're doing it first. Intel sort of pioneered this almost 3D, I don't know, modular process, and they're extending it here. But look, whatever. It's X% faster here, X% faster here. It has the same NPU, whatever. Okay, great. But you know what? I need this thing not to blue screen all the time. I need it to come on when I open the laptop lid. Like, let's see what the reliability thing looks like. That's been the real soft spot for me with Intel for years, and it's gotten worse. So maybe, I'm sure making it in America in the desert of Arizona or whatever is going to lead to huge reliability gains.
If you buy the top end chip, you get a case of Bud Light, I think is the
nice. Yeah. Yeah, and a weekend at Havasupai. I don't know. You should never write off a company like Intel, for all of the problems they have. Incredible engineering, obviously. We'll see. But long term, or even short term, the big success for them is not going to be if they sort of catch up to AMD finally or whatever. It's going to be if they can attract third-party chip makers, right, to build their stuff
there. Is their fab good enough to take market share from like TSMC or somebody else? Not probably at the super high end, but if they can get that meaty middle ground, then
I don't know. I mean, we'll find out. But this is the thing I'll look out for is companies signing on for this fab, and not doing it as a favor to the U.S. government. Like, hint, hint, don't regulate us, please. We'll see. But
like, is it good? That's
we don't know. This is the problem. I don't know. I don't know. Last year, a year ago, at IFA, they came out with Lunar Lake, very confident. I was really impressed by this press conference. Like, I thought, man, they're turning it around. And then you start using the chips, and it's like, it was like when XP launched, and like there was like immediately like a huge security vulnerability, and Jim Elchin had to come back from vacation. It was like these things launched, and the performance was like garbage on battery, and they had to tell people like, look, we're gonna fix this, but just put everything in high performance mode all the time. It'll be all right. Like, guys, I don't know. How many times you get smacked in the face before you suspect this person of something? I don't know.
I don't know either.
No one does.
But, I don't know if I have jury duty next week or not. So.
Oh, right. So how late in the game will you find out?
I'll find out this evening.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
And then if I'm not here next week,
I'm sure I'll be top of mind when this comes in, but let me know. Because if I could sleep in Monday, that'd be great. Or whatever.
Between that and Joe Flacco, my week has just been.
Listen, I did. Eagles lost. Phillies got knocked out of the playoffs. The only thing, I got nothing. I have nothing good going on.
The Giants pulling that out yesterday.
I know what the.
That was amazing. So
okay.
I don't know. This has been a weird football year, right? The Eagles are still 4-2, so we can't like rule them out. But the Chiefs are bad. Ravens imploding. Bengals are doing Bengals things as is tradition.
The Bengals, honestly, the Bengals aren't that different,
No, the Bengals
are right on, right on the path.
Like, we had that one year where we had everything go right, but now we're right back into our usual right in the middle of
pattern, yeah.
Sludgeville. So we got that going on, and like the Colts are looking unbelievable. So, you know,
I know, what is this? Jeez.
where's the giant meteor when you need it?
Please hit Indianapolis.